did you hear that whistle?
Sure did, Amos. That whistle means Rinso White, Rinso Bright, Rinso New.
That's right. It means that this is Sunday we is on the air for Rinso with Solium.
The Amos and Andy Show with Lou Lubin, Ernestine Wade, Johnny Lee, Amanda Randolph, Roy Glenn, Ed Max, Joseph Kearns, Jeff Alexander's music, and radio's all-time favorites, Amos and Andy. Yes, sir, the Amos and Andy Show, brought to you by Lever Brothers Company, makers of Rinso, the only soap that contains solium. That's why Rinso gets your clothes whiter and brighter than new.
Rinso white, Rinso bright,
Rinso New.
happy little wash day song.
Well, the marriage of the Kingfish and his wife Sapphire has finally come to the breaking point. As a result of the predicament the Kingfish got into last week involving another woman, Sapphire has decided to leave him, but this time for good. Over her husband's protest, Sapphire is packing her things and telling him she's through.
George Stevens, you is a no-good bum. You is a lazy loafer, and you ain't never supported me in 22 years. You ain't got no ambition. You is the weakest, most spineless character I'd ever met. And you ain't never done nothing to make a home for me. And I'm leaving you.
But why?
George, there ain't no sense in talking to you. I done been over to the whole situation with Mama, and I'm going over to her place in Brooklyn and make a new life for myself.
Oh, she is the one behind all this, the witch of Flatbush Avenue.
George.
There is the sourest woman I done ever seen live. The only difference between your mama and a pickle is your mama's got more warts.
George, it ain't gonna do you no good to insult my mama. I is leaving you, and that's all that counts.
Well, now, wait a minute, honey. Don't go like this. I admit that I ain't perfect, but then again, we all make mistakes.
George, there just ain't no point in discussing this thing no further. I done finished my packing, and this is goodbye.
Well, now, wait a minute, honey. You know I love you. Can't you give me one more chance? I'll change, honey. I'll be a different man.
No, George, it's too late. We is all washed up.
Well, now you can't go, honey. Look at me. You was breaking my heart.
George, I'm going.
Honey, you can't. I'll go out of my mind. I won't let you go. I'll throw myself down on the floor in front of the door here so you can't go.
George, I'm going.
She didn't have to step on me on the way out.
You say Sapphire done left you, Kingfish?
Yeah, that's right, Andy. She done left my bed and board. Andy, I really heartbroke, boy.
You is, huh?
Yes, Andy, you was a bachelor, and you'll never know what it's like to be a team for 20 years. Travel down life's highway and byways in double harness. And then suddenly you looks over and the other jackass is gone.
Look, I don't know what you so upset about, Kingfish. After all, when it comes to romance, you and Sapphire ain't exactly been no Venus and Adenoids, you know.
Well, it's a peculiar thing, Andy. A wife is like your liver. It ain't much when you got it, but you sure misses it when it's gone.
Well, tell me this, Kingfish. Has you done took any steps to recoup Sapphire?
Yeah, well, I got a little plan that might coup her back, Andy. I gonna get a job.
Sounds like losing your liver done affected your mind.
I steer us, Andy. I've been going through the classified ads here. Now, here's a job that hit my eye right here. It pays $75 a week. See right here? Look at that.
Yeah, what is it?
They wanted comptometer operator.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, the only reason I'm holding back is because I might get that comptometer out in traffic somewhere, knock off a fender, and the whole thing's in trouble.
Yeah, that's right. Them foreign cars is pretty tricky, all right.
Hey, wait a minute, Andy. Here's one that I might be able to handle. Man wanted department store. Extra delivery men needed for Christmas rush. Apply Bon-Ton department store.
Yeah, that don't sound bad, do it?
Yes, Andy. That's the job I'm going after. And if I gets it, Not only will I get Sapphire back, but I might make a career for myself in the department store game.
Yeah.
Yeah, who knows? I might even end up being another Marshmallow Fields. Yeah, well, come on in the department, Anna.
Okay.
Yeah, I was a full-fledged delivery man for the Bonton department store.
Yeah, you say you've been delivering packages all day, too, huh? Is you told Sapphire about the job yet?
Well, I called up over in Brooklyn, and I told her to come on home. I didn't say nothing about the job. I just say I got a big, big surprise for you.
Yeah, that's the stuff. That's a good idea. Hey, what's that package you got there?
Well, I was supposed to deliver it for the store this evening, but the people wasn't home. I delivered the first thing in the morning. It's a beaver coat, Andy. Beautiful thing in there. Well, come on, Andy. Let's me and you go out and get some supper. I'll shove this fur coat package in the closet here.
Yeah, but wait a minute here, Kingfish. A beaver coat, that's expensive. Ain't you afraid to leave a expensive beaver coat around the house here?
No, Andy. Nobody gonna burglarize this place. Last year, a fella busted in here, caught Sapphire with a hair up in curlers. Scared him so much he dove out the window, and I think the place has been blacklisted ever since.
Apartment, Mama. George, dear, I'm home.
Where is you bum?
Well, I guess George ain't back yet. I wonder what was that surprise he phoned me about. I hope it's something good.
The best thing he could do for you is jump out the window.
Oh, now, Mama, George ain't that bad. Here, let me hang your coat up here in the closet. You're going to stay with us for a couple of days.
Okay, but I ain't gonna like it. Here's the coat.
Oh, Mama, you don't understand. You see, it's... Wait, Mama. Look on the floor of the closet chair. It's a great big box from the Bonton department store. Oh, Mama, George told me he had a big surprise for me, and this is it.
Well, if it's a present from that bum, you better open it underwater.
Oh, I'm just so excited. Oh, look, Mama, look. A beautiful beaver coat. Oh, and just what I've always wanted. Ain't George wonderful to give me a gorgeous surprise like this?
Well, I'll have to admit it. Old Baldy's got a heart of gold after all.
Happy little wash day song for a wash that's whiter and brighter than new. Rinso washes, Rinso new. Rinso white,
Whiter than new,
Rinso bright.
brighter than new,
Rinso white, Rinso bright.
Rinso new. Rinso new. It's true, Rinso, the only soap that contains sodium, gets white clothes whiter and washable colors brighter than new. That statement is certified by the laboratories of the United States Testing Company, Incorporated. Yes, Rinso gets clothes Rinso new because Rinso puts sunshine in your wash, even if you dry it indoors. It's a fact that no other soap gets your wash so white or so bright because no other soap contains the scientific sunlight ingredient, sodium. Use Rinso for your heaviest wash. You'll see for yourself that Rinso gets out more dirt than any other type of wash day product. And yet Rinso is safe for your clothes and kind to your hands. So on wash day, use Rinso and see your wash become whiter, brighter than new.
Rinso white, Rinso bright.
Rinso new.
Happy little wash day song.
Well, I'll get on in the apartment here now. Maybe Sapphire's home, and I'll tell her the surprise about my job.
George, honey, is that you?
Yeah. Well, Sapphire, you was here. Look like my little swallow has come back from Cabo Pastrami.
George, Mama just went to bed, but I ain't never been so happy in my whole life. We done found out about the surprise you had for me. It's just wonderful, and I know it'll last forever.
Well, the man say at least till the January sales is over, yeah.
Oh, and George, another thing. It fits me so beautiful around the shoulders, too.
Yeah, well, I want, excuse me for protruding here, honey. But, what fits you round where? What's that you say?
Why, George, the fur coat.
Sapphire, this fur coat that you was referring to here with such gay abandon, you was talking about your old fur coat, ain't you? The squirrel-dyed palomino?
No, George, I'm talking about the new beaver coat that was in the closet from the Bonton department store. Your surprise for me is wonderful.
Well, now, wait a minute, Sapphire. There's something that I got to tell you about this coat.
Oh, George, this coat makes me see you in a brand new light. It makes me realize for the first time how wrong I've been about you. How could I ever leave you when you has done a sweet thing like this? Now, what is it you want to tell me about the coat?
Well, I just wanted you to know,
George, what's wrong? You look peculiar. And your eyes is popping out.
Yeah.
You look like you did the day you drunk my hair dye and thought it was coffee.
No, nothing wrong, honey. Nothing wrong.
Well, I'm going in and try it on again. I just love to wear it. Lucy's a little dear.
She sings flat, too. Holy smokes. What is I going to do? If I takes the coat away from Sapphire, well, she'll leave me forever, and if I don't deliver it to the woman who bought it, I'll get fired, thrown in jail, and everything else. Holy mackerel. I feel just like a matzo ball in a bowl of consomme. Not only is I in the soup, but I ain't long for this world. What is I going to do? I was supposed to have that fur coat delivered to Miss Watkins an hour ago. I ain't never... Well, Shorty the barber, what you doing over here?
Kingfish, I rushed over to tell you that there was a most awful... That there was a car full of beer, a truck right into... there must have been 15. I mean, there was at least... How did you take it so calm?
Shorty, don't come in here telling me about no accidents. I got my own troubles. The Bonton department store give me a fur coat to deliver. Now, my wife found the thing and thinks it was a present for her.
Well, just tell Sapphire that the coat ain't for her.
Shorty, look here. If I don't let her keep the coat, she gonna leave me. And, Shorty, I don't want that to happen. I admit that she ain't no Tallulah bulkhead, but, I'll tell you, Shorty, she's all I got.
Yeah, but you could... Say, I got an idea, Kingfish. Listen to this. Well, why don't you just go to the department store and tell the manager there that the coat was stolen?
Yeah, that's the idea, Shorty. Yeah, and I could get Andy to back up my story as an eyewitness. Yeah, and then someday when I get some money, I could pay the department store back.
Yeah, but you gotta be careful, though, with a story like that, though, Kingfish. I remember when I was a kid, I used to borrow my papa's car. He never found out until one night on the way home, I hit something, and my papa found out about the whole thing.
Well, what did you hit that made him find out?
I hit a lamppost. I hit a hydrant. I hit another car. That is, yeah. I hit my papa.
That's right, Mr. Bowers. You see, as you being the owner of the store, why, I thought I'd tell you about it.
What's this, Stevens? You say you were robbed?
Yeah, sir. It happened in the alley behind the store last night. A whole gang held me up. There must have been 15 of them. One of them put a gun to my stomach. The other one had a knife to my back. Another one threatened me with a blackjack. And I think one of the others had a trench mortar, but I couldn't see so good, you see.
You realize that beaver coat was worth $500?
Oh, yeah, sir. Well, I didn't give up without a fight. I knocked out the fellow with the knife, fought off the boys with the Tommy guns and the trench mortar there. I was going fine till the giant jumped on me.
The giant?
Yeah, sir. He must have been 8 feet tall, and he was swinging a meat cleaver. I didn't want to get blood on the fur coat, so I give up. You see what I mean? I was in there.
Stevens.
Yeah, sir.
Stevens, this is a fantastic story. I'm sorry to say I don't believe it.
You don't, huh? Well, it's too bad there wasn't an innocent bystander who see the whole thing. I say, some innocent bystander who see the whole thing.
Excuse me, but is somebody in here looking for an innocent bystander?
Who are you?
Oh, I is a total stranger that ain't never seen nobody in this room before, but I done witnessed a fur coat robbery.
Well, total stranger, it's nice of you to drop in. Volunteer what you got to volunteer. Go ahead there.
Oh, yeah, sure. I seen the whole robbery, all right.
You mean you saw the men with the Tommy gun and the trench mortar and the giant with the cleaver?
Yes, sir, and I, Say, mister, ain't you kind of celebrating the holidays a little early this year?
Oh, no, innocent bystander. I think you done missed the part about the giant. It was 8 feet tall. Yeah, giant.
Now, listen here. What I want to know is how you knew this fur coat that was robbed belonged to the Bon Ton department store.
You want to know that, huh?
Yes.
Can we come back to that one later, mister?
You will have to excuse the innocent bystander. I guess with all the shooting, a bullet must have ricocheted off his head or something there. You see that?
Yeah, well, all I know is that when I got there, one of the robbers jumped out the car and hit this gentleman here on the head with a lead pipe.
Now, just a minute. That alley behind the store is only 3 feet wide. How could anyone get a car in there?
Well, you'll have to ask the fellow that drove it. My racket is just being an innocent bystander.
Stevens, this is the most ridiculous, trumped-up story I ever heard. Now, I want that coat back here by 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, or I'm going to prefer charges against you.
Come on, Andy. Oh, me. What a mess, Andy.
Say, Kingfish,
What is it now, Andy?
if you ain't doing nothing this afternoon, would you take me over and show me that 8-foot giant?
Oh.
Friends, this is Ken Niles. You know, it's really amazing, but it's absolutely true. Rinso with Solium gets clothes whiter, brighter than new. Yes, that's right. Rinso washes white clothes actually whiter than new. Washable colors brighter than new. Those results are certified by the laboratories of the United States Testing Company, Incorporated. Even on rainy days when you dry your clothes indoors, Rinso with Solium puts sunshine in your wash. Use Rinso for your heaviest wash, and you'll see. Rinso gets out more dirt than any other type of wash day product. Rinso is so safe for clothes, so kind to your hands. Remember, in all the world, only Rinso contains Solium. Get Rinso right away.
Oh, me. I've been pacing the floor here at the large hall for 2 hours. What can I do about this fur coat mess?
Kingfish, what is you doing in the large hall?
Yeah, going out of my mind here.
Well, I won't disturb you then.
Calhoun, like I told you over the phone, what is I going to do about this fur coat mess?
Well, now, to keep your wife from getting suspicious, the thing to do is to stage a fake robbery. Have the coat stolen out of the apartment while she's there.
Yeah, a fake robbery. And to make it realistic, I could have the fella slug me.
Yeah.
Yeah, but who is I going to get to do the job? It's got to be someone that Sapphire I don't know.
Well, I might be able to dig up somebody, but I couldn't promise for sure.
Yeah, well, would you try and then I could get a hold of Andy and Henry Van Porter and some of the other Lodge brothers and have them to try to dig up a fella to stage a phony robbery. One of them is bound to come through.
Yeah, with all them trying, you ought to get somebody.
Yeah, a fake robbery. That's what I'll do, Calhoun. Oh, Calhoun, you is lucky that you ain't married, boy.
Yeah. Well, I was engaged once. Engaged to a gal that used to get shot out of a cannon in the circus.
Yeah, well, how come you never got married to her?
Well, one night in Poughkeepsie, they put too much powder in the cannon and she went out of my life forever. Hello, Shifty. This is Calhoun calling. I'd like you to do a little job for me about 10:30 this evening. Yeah, it's for a friend of mine, the Kingfish. Now, here's what I want you to do.
Hello, Mr. Houlihan. This is Andy Brown. Say, my pal, the Kingfish at the lodge, needs somebody to steal a beaver coat out of his apartment tonight. Yeah, that's right. And to make it real, you can slug him and everything. Yeah, well, now, here's the address.
Hello, Mike. This is Henry Van Porter calling. If you was free tonight around 10:30, I'd like you to do a little hold-up job for me.
It's 10:30. I wonder if any of my friends done got a fake hold-up man for me. Just like them boys that let me down at a time like this.
George, ain't you coming to bed? It's almost 10:30. Mama's been asleep for over an hour.
Oh, your mama's asleep. Well, wake her up. I don't want the old goat to miss this.
George, what are you talking about?
Well, it's early, honey, after all. Someone might drop in here.
Oh, George, don't be silly. I'm going in the bedroom, and if you want...
Don't nobody move. I got you covered.
George, it's a hold-up man, and he's got a gun.
You see, I told you someone might drop in here.
George, what do you suppose he's after?
Well, I don't know, but I'll find out. Hold-up man, is you by any chance after my wife's new fur coat that's hanging in the hall closet there? We came out?
That's right, sweetheart. Now stand aside.
George, don't let him take my new coat. Say something to him.
Yeah, hold-up man?
Yeah?
Do you realize that stealing the fur coat is very naughty?
Shut up.
Let me open the closet door for you here. It's the one in the middle there, right there.
Yeah. This is what I want. And Baldy.
Yeah.
Here's a little something for you. Compliments of a friend.
George, let me help you up. Are you all right?
Oh, yeah. Where's my bridge?
Here it is right here. George, quick, call the police right away.
Honey, it's 10:30 at night. That's pretty late to be calling the police. You might wake them up. Tell you what I'll write them a nice long letter in the morning.
George,
Put your hands up. This is a stick-up.
Oh, George, no.
This must be their busy season. Look, you're too late. The other guy got your coat. You can look in the closet and see for yourself.
Let me see here. Wait a minute. There's a fur coat here.
That's my old coat. Don't take that.
I came up for a fur coat, and I ain't leaving without one. Oh, and by the way, take this.
Oh, me. This is terrible. Where did that bridge go this time? Oh, here it is. It landed in the ashtray.
George, this is awful. Now they got both of my coats.
Sapphire, never mind the coat. Help me into the bedroom. Thank heavens the worst is over. Don't nobody move. This is a hold-up.
George, another one.
Holy smokes. Let me put my bridge in my pocket here. Now, look, just forget the whole thing. Beat it, mister, beat it.
No, you don't. I come up here for I know I come up here for something. Have you got a phone so I could call up and find out what I'm supposed to steal?
Well, it was a fur coat, but it's gone. Now, get on out here. There ain't nothing here.
Now, don't get cozy with me. I come up for a coat, and if I don't get one, I'm liable to get nasty.
Oh, George, please do something.
Oh, now, look, mister, the only fur coat left is that old rabbit skin of my mother-in-law's there. You wouldn't want that.
Listen, if it's fuzzy, hand it over.
Okay, there you is. Now, get on out of here.
Oh, no. We mustn't forget nothing, must we?
George, darling, did he hurt you?
No, I was all right. The radiator broke my fall.
George, this is the most terrible thing that ever happened. home.
Yeah, we better start borrowing coats from the neighbors. This thing can go on all night.
Yeah, that's the story, Amos. By the time the fifth hold-up man got out of there, the Kingfish was in pretty bad shape.
Yeah, well, I never heard of a thing like that, Andy, in all my life.
Yeah, well, you see, he didn't have no choice, Amos. He had to get the coat back to the store or go to jail, one to two.
Well, anyway, Sapphire still thinks that the coat was a present to her, you see, from the Kingfish.
Yeah, that's right.
So after all, the Kingfish must be the happiest guy in the world that his wife ain't leaving him. Yeah, where's the coat now, anyway, Andy?
Well, the Kingfish is back on the job again as a delivery boy. He just took that beaver coat up to Miss Watkins, you know, the woman that it was original meant for.
Yeah, well, that ends the fur coat mess, and I guess the Kingfish's marriage won't go on the rocks on account of it after all, will they?
Well, Miss Watkins, here is your coat.
Well, I certainly waited a long time for this coat.
Yeah, well, we're certainly sorry about the delay, Miss Watkins, but it's really a beautiful coat, ain't it?
Yes, it is. Oh, while you're here, let me try it on and see if it fits as well as it did in the store.
Certainly, let me help you here. There you is. Sapphire and Mama.
Yes, we caught you. Mama and I know there was something fishy about that robbery, and we've been following you. So the fur coat was a gift for this hussy all the time. Take this, you bum!
Miss Watkins, would you hand me my bridge over there?
Did you hear about Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer changing his name?
Now he's Rudolph the Rinso reindeer, huh?
Yeah, he washed his nose in Rinso to make it brighter than new.
Well, Amos, all over the world, more women use Rinso than any other type of wash day product. Rinso with amazing solium washes white clothes whiter than new. Washable colors brighter than new. Get the economical giant-size Rinso with solium.
Good night, folks.
See you next Sunday.
It's here, the miracle of modern shortening. Spry is homogenized.
Homogenized?
Homogenized. Spry is homogenized.
Better use Spry.
All Spry in the blue gingham can is homogenized. It costs no more. Best for all your bake and fry. Spry is homogenized.
Better use Spry.
Be sure to be with us next Sunday at the same time when Lever Brothers Company, the makers of Rinso with Solium, will again present The Amos and Andy Show, which is written by Joe Connolly, Bob Mosier, and Bob Ross. And stay tuned for the Edgar Berg and Charlie McCarthy program, which follows immediately over most of these stations. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.